Here is a terminal. Get and get. Defend. I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment.
I am your enemy.
Come on!
What have you done?
Still working on it. Continue.
Hello out there, guys. What's going on? It's Algadon here with Algadon Gaming Studios again, and today we are going to take a look into my main frame. Now, who is my main frame? Well, if you guys have been paying attention, it is Octavia. For all of you who have been playing, you guys know who Octavia is. If you ever had the luck of running into an Octavia, oh, you just got a really special treat. Why? Because her abilities rock. Yeah, little pun, little metaphor. Anyways, alright guys, so you guys are like, alright, so what does this frame do? Alright, well, I'm about to show you a little bit of what Octavia does, and obviously in order to know that, you guys need, you need a little bit of help from the Lotus. So Lotus here is probably going to tell you everything you need to know about Octavia. Anything that she misses, on the other hand, hey, I'll fill you guys in with what I know. Alright guys, I'll catch you after this.
This is Octavia, the melodic, the maestro. Mallet emits a percussive radius that attracts your enemies, causing them to attack the source. Storing any damage taken, it releases back onto your enemies with each beat. Drop the bass, Tenno. Resonator launches a rollerball that entrances your foes into following it blindly, forgetting any aggression, with the radius of attraction increasing with each new follower. It can also pick up Mallet, creating a deadly mobile distraction. Metronome grants one of 4 melodic buffs, dependent on timed actions to the beat of Octavia's song. Jump and receive increased speed. Crouch and become cloaked for a limited time. Fire your gun and gain multi-shot. Use your melee and increase your damage. Pump up the jam with Amp, drawing its power from the level of sound in the environment. It provides a damage buff to Octavia and her allies, while also doubling the damage and range of any nearby mallets. If music be the food of death, play on, Tenno.
Alright guys, I think Lotus said it the best there. So with all of that being said, I guess it's time to introduce you, huh? Okay guys, here you go. I hope you guys are enjoying this video so far, so let's talk about a little bit of the abilities, and then I'll let you see a little bit of gameplay. We'll talk about that a little bit, and then, you know what, then I believe it's time to close out, and I'll catch you guys on a different note. Alright, so first of all, we're going to talk about the number 2 ability called Resonator. Okay, guys? Resonator is a dick.
I remember these
Yes,
monsters
that's
from
right.
long ago.
It is. Why? Because you know what? When you're in a jam, okay, Resonator comes in pretty clutch, alright? That's cool. You know what I mean? You get overrun by too many enemies, you throw Resonator out, they sit there, if they get snagged by Resonator, you know what I mean? Resonator runs away with the enemies run away from you, gives you time to drop a health pack, you know, whatever you gotta do, heal up, you know what I mean, so you can get back into it. But now on the other hand, if you are in the middle of doing damage, okay, and you throw a Resonator out, your Resonator does not like to stand still. So what's it gonna do? It's gonna pick up your mallet. That's right, it's gonna pick up your baby. It's gonna pick up your main DPS, and where's that DPS going? Who knows, but it ain't sticking around you. So what does that mean? That means your Resonator is going to take your damage and run away. So yeah, that's not always the best thing to throw out. So you got to be very, very careful for when you throw out your resonator. And then you also have your mallet, okay? So your mallet's the little ball in the middle there that you guys see, you know, bouncing all over the place, like kind of with the equalizer and a ball shape, I guess. Now that, on the other hand, okay, that does all your damage. It will sit there and it will basically take whatever it gets hit by because it attracts enemies, and the enemies attack it. And when the enemies attack it, it basically, they hit it for, let's say, 500. Well, it hits them back for 500. They hit it again, it hits it again, it hits them again. They hit him again, it hits him again, back and forth. But on the other hand, mallet cannot take damage, so I guess it really doesn't matter, and the enemies are just basically beating the crap out of themselves until they die, which is absolutely wonderful. Very, very highly scaling. And let's talk about your number 4, which combines very well with your number 1, which would be your mallet. Your number 4 ability now. Your number 4 ability is also known as your amp ability. Now, your amp ability is, you see those little bouncing bars that I have on the floor that are kind of like a, almost like a, you know, a 4D equalizer type thing. Okay, those little bouncing bars will actually double the damage that your mallet puts out. So keep in mind your damage stacks when they start hitting mallet, so your damage starts scaling like crazy. I believe mallet scales by itself, but this just gets it to scale so much faster. So they hit you for 500, you hit them for $1,000. They hit you for 500 again, you hit them for $2,000. They hit you for 500 again, and now you're hitting for $3,000. Why? Because you got to keep in mind, guys, it doubles it, but it stacks it as well. So now your damage is going to continue to skyrocket upwards to who knows what. Now this scales along with enemies, okay? So the higher the enemy and the harder they're hitting, the harder they're going to get hit too. Why? Because your mallet, it's a beast. I mean, there's no two ways about it. You know what I mean? Your amp, on the other hand, which is on the floor, makes it even more beastly by actually doubling the damage. So your mallet and your amp, they're best friends. Yeah, that's right. Dump out that damage, right? Now you guys see what I have on the floor there, the metronome. You see the beat actually, you know, collapsing in towards the bottom of my feet. And as you saw, I just went invisible. All I did was duck to the beat on the beat. Okay, now on the other hand, what they did not tell you in the Octavia profile is this actually works when you start working and doing this around teammates. Now, how does that make me feel? That's right, guys. So if you're a good enough sport and you're lucky enough to have an Octavia in your group and she casts her metronome like that, hey man, run up to her, start bouncing with her, you know what I mean? Start meleeing with her, start shooting with her, do everything with her. Why? Because you're going to get those buffs. Look at all those buffs up in the corner there, up in the upper right-hand corner, all those blue numbers. Those things are beautiful. They will tell you pretty much the percentages of what your abilities are doing. Now, on the other hand, okay, you also have to keep in mind, since everything scales with amp, your damage starts to stack. It will tell you how much damage it is stacking up there. Now, guys, I normally average around 300 to 400%. So 300 to 400%, multiplying your damage by that much every single time an enemy hits or the beat hits, that's some overpowered stuff right there. Now, why? I don't know, but you know what? When they come out with Octavia Prime and they amp these abilities, I don't know what the community is gonna do. You basically have the most overpowered frame in Warframe as of right now, and it's going to scale and get better because it's a Prime version. I don't know, man. I don't know what I think about that. But, you know, I hope you guys start enjoying the rest of the video if you haven't enjoyed it already. And, yeah, I'll do a little bit of commentary. I'll probably go a few minutes here, and then, yeah, then we'll close it out. So, I hope you guys enjoyed what you see so far. So, let's start talking about the actual video on what's going on screen. Alright? Alright. Alright guys, so I play Octavia almost daily, and every once in a while I have people ask me, hey man, do you mind running on Octavia with me? And you know what, I play Octavia every day, and yeah, kinda makes me feel, you know.
365 in a day, that's how you know. It is hard to say no before you learn to let go.
Alright guys, I know for a fact that the sound is going up and down here, you know, with all the music and everything else like that, but I hope you're enjoying this. And why am I putting so much hardcore rock with Octavia? Because I'm sorry guys, I've listened to rap before, I'm just not a rap guy, you know. Some songs, yeah, I'll listen to them, why? They're classics. Some of Eminem's old songs, yeah, they were great. Some of his new songs, okay, they could be better, but then some of his new ones are actually outstanding as well. So, you know, you give and you take a little bit. But when it comes to Octavia, I can create my own music, so it's going to be either techno or it's going to be rock. And I just don't think that they hit the right chords for me to do, you know, a good enough rock thing, but, you know, it happens. So, you know, I have what's going on, and, you know, she does well, so, I definitely don't mind. See, now, after a while, these guys, as I said, they start to scale. You guys are seeing this up here. And, they, after a while, just stop hitting the mallet, so you gotta go invisible regardless, especially if you're solo, like I'm playing in this game right here. So, why would I go solo? And what's that second health bar underneath mine? You know what I mean? I got the purple shield there, okay. I got the red health over there next to it, okay, cool. Underneath, I got this little thing with blue health, or blue shield, and a red health bar there. What is that? Alright guys, if you see that little thing that's floating around there, that is my Helios Prime. That's right, that is my buddy right there. Every once in a while he decides to rip himself into pieces, throw them at the enemy, and kill the enemy pretty much in one shot. And I'm sorry, but for a automated thing that can disassemble itself, chuck its individual pieces at the enemy, kill them, put itself back together, and just continue on like nothing happened, yeah, you want to talk about metal? That's pretty metal. Yeah, get it? It's made out of metal. Anyway, guys. Alright guys, so if you're curious, I am doing a survival run right now, and you know what? As the enemies scale, the anticipation starts to scale, because your rewards start getting better, you know what I mean? Harder enemies are coming, you're sitting there, you're hitting harder, you gotta kill faster, you gotta do more damage, and you know, the longer you stay in here, the better it gets. It's just the better it gets. Now guys, I don't know how to explain this, but there is just this amazing feeling when you hit that 1 hour mark. That 1 hour mark, I'm sorry. Yeah, you've been in the same mission in the same game for an hour, but you should see all the stuff you're getting. It is absolutely amazing. And I'm sorry, I have an absolutely amazing, gorgeous wife. And no, I'm not putting pictures of her up because if anybody tries to, you know, step in that area, you know, we can have problems. But anyway, every once in a while, she's all like, baby, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. When you come into bed? And I'm like, yeah, I can't come to bed right now. And she's like, what? I don't get it. And I don't think she understands. Well, you know. So how does that make me feel? Yep, so there it is. That's how it makes me feel. And hey, don't judge me, damn it. You guys have been there before. Why? Because obviously if you're watching this video, you've been a gamer at one point in time in your life. And sometimes you just don't want to let those rewards go and you just don't want to stop doing it. You know what I mean? Video games can be addictive, you know? It is what it is. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. The run that I'm doing right now, well, the video so far, it's a little bit over 15 minutes. But the run that I'm doing actually in the video goes well beyond the 1 hour mark. So am I gonna sit there and make you guys watch an entire hour? No, that's ludicrous. Why? People got lives, people got things to do. Come on, man. What are you trying to do to me? Anyways. So, now that you guys have kind of, seen a little bit of, a survival there, I'm going to explain the oxygen thing, and I'm going to close it out. So, the little things that you just saw me pick up, the 2 of them there, they actually improve the oxygen that I am getting, and apparently, when you first start this mission, that thing that I hacked is actually the thing that shuts the oxygen off. Well, it doesn't shut the oxygen off, but it sets an alarm off, and the enemies go, oh, there's a guy here, so they decide to shut the oxygen levels off. Some of these enemies are actually carrying around oxygen tanks, okay? Those oxygen tanks are what I'm picking up off the floor right now. That's why you see me go invisible every once in a while, go pick up all the oxygen tanks, and bada bing, bada boom, we got more oxygen percentage. So we're doing better. So if you guys look in the upper left-hand corner there is a little number that will tell you pretty much how much oxygen you have. The little white, they look like little towers there. That's basically an easy way to run and grab oxygen. But if you're going to go for a little bit of an endurance run, guys, get your kills up there. Get your kills up there. And run and grab the oxygen that the enemies are dropping, because as you can see, once you start stacking it up, I can just sit there and go forever because the enemies are bringing the oxygen to me. I don't have to go get the oxygen towers. So, on the way out, I end up getting some oxygen towers, just to help me, get the extraction. But, as I said, you guys probably aren't going to see that because I'm not going to have a, 4-hour video. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video on what you're seeing, and let's see here, did I forget anything? We already talked about the oxygen, we talked about Octavia, we talked about what's going on. No, I think that's it. Alright guys, well, oh yeah, that's right. You guys see every once in a while that I pop into my Tenno, which would be the little, it looks like a teenager, maybe a child, he's in a blue suit. Yes, I changed the suit to blue because I thought it was cool looking. Anyway, out of the colors that I can, have, at least, so far. So, either way, you see me pop into my Tenno, and then you see me, teleport to a certain spot, and then jump back into my Tenno. Well, actually, my Tenno comes to me, and I jump back into it. And then you guys see this blue ring around the outside. What that is doing, on the other hand, that is actually restoring my energy, because some of these guys are something called parasitics. Now, what do parasitics do? Parasitics actually absorb all of your energy. They drop it to 0, and the more that they're there, the more your energy drops faster. Now, obviously, you need energy to cast abilities, guys, and yeah, I sat there and I went through and spec'd out my Tenno to where he could sit there and get me back my energy. Why? Because of situations like this, you know what I mean? I want to be able to sit there, be at full energy, and be able to, I want to be able to continue on casting abilities. Why? Because, yeah, the shooters are fun, but if you don't do something special with them, eventually after a while they just get boring. But with this one, yes, it's a very, very grindy game, but as I said, if you're one of those people who are looking for the anticipation for certain things that you're doing in the game, then here you go. Play Warframe. If you guys need any help and you're on the Xbox gaming console, feel free to send me a message. If not, I normally have a party open unless I'm doing spy missions or something. Feel free to just jump in, say hello. Be like, hey, Al, what's up? You know what I mean? Hell, I might even run a mission or two with you if you really ask, or if you need to, if I don't have anything else going on. But either way, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. Like if you liked the video, subscribe if you guys want to see more Warframe content, and you know what, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Hopefully it will be sooner than later. We still have a lot to go over. We still have all the storyline, how to progress in the game, so on and so forth. But those are different issues, and we'll go over them when we get to that point. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will catch you next time. See ya.